It's going to change your life. It's going to change the way that you view life. It's going to change your relationships. It's going to change the way you do work. This is for everything. This is not just for one focus area of your life. When looking back at just the past year and seeing where I've made the most progress, it isn't about the things I have done or the things I have accomplished, as most people would think it would be. No, it's the smallest things that has been said to me, that I have learned, that has changed everything for me. Throughout the past year, I've been kind of, writing them down and so I could remember them. And I looked up my note the other day. They're too good not to share. So I was like, when can we do this video? Like, I just want it up right here, right now. So honestly, let's just jump straight into it. Starting off very, very strong. I would usually go around telling myself I'm too busy. I'm super, super busy, running around. My head was in 100 different spots at the same time until someone told me, change out the word busy with productive. And I was like, right. Think about a person who's busy. How do they feel? What do they do? Often very overwhelmed by their tasks, both privately, professional. They are always doing 100 things without actually quite knowing what they're doing or what they're working on. They're often stressed, and they often don't know what their next task is going to be. Right. Now, think of a person who's productive. Productive people are balanced. They always know what they're working on and what their next task is. Productive people have a certain ease to them. They enjoy what they're doing and they always finish one task before moving on to the next one. When I started to change my busy around with productive, my inner state changed. I suddenly felt more at ease. I'm productive with my time. I plan out my time. I'm disciplined with my time. Just by using productive instead of busy, you're already making connections to other feelings, which involves a certain ease. So in the beginning, I would still say I was busy, but then I would remember, oh wait, no, hold on. Actually, I'm not busy. I'm very productive. When other people say now that they're busy, I'm gonna be the most fucking annoying person in the world and say, no, you're just very productive. And people, well, I haven't really met a person who's like, the fuck, luckily, but they will be like, yeah, of course, I'm productive. Yes, you are. Next word I want to introduce you to is grateful or gratitude. It's a word that I haven't used very much before. It's a word that I didn't really know what to connect with, what feeling to connect it with, until someone taught me about gratitude and how to use it to your advantage. Not to say that we're taking advantage of gratitude, it's just to say the more you connect with gratitude, the better. And throughout all the words and the statements I'm going to share with you today, they all have a certain vibe to them. Just as I said before, they all sort of connect to a certain feeling. The feeling of gratitude kind of hooks you up to this creative force that you have inside of you and that the universe embodies. So when you think of the desire you want into your life with the feeling of gratitude, that you already feel gratitude, when you can connect those two, you will manifest the shit out of that desire so quickly. And everything will naturally come to you as a consequence of you feeling grateful and thinking of the desired outcome you want. The third word I wanted to share with you today that absolutely changed everything for me is abundance. And I know for many people, abundance is not a new word, but for a Dane, I'm from Denmark, we don't connect with the word abundance. Denmark is a very small country with small-minded people. I'm not gonna lie, no hate to the Danes. I love the Danes. I'm a Dane myself, so obviously I love it. But when it comes to personal development, stepping out of the box, wanting more for yourself, that's just not a huge thing there yet. And abundance is not a feeling that we've ever, I can't speak for everyone, that I have ever encountered while being in Denmark. So when I heard this statement that I kind of tied to abundance, everything just made sense to me. The statement goes like this: we are working with an infinite universe and we can never take more than our share. I was like, damn, that is so true. So wanting more for yourself don't make you a bad person. It actually makes you a person that can be able to give more to the people who aren't fortunate enough to either have or want anything more for themselves. But because of the culture and because of how we grew up, like in Denmark with everything, we just sort of came to the conclusion that no one should want more for themselves. Why would you want more? And people who have more are bad people. And then still having an inner desire of wanting more, right? So when I heard this statement, everything just clicked for me. Yes, I can never take more than my own share. So go ahead, dream big, take your share. It's all about living from this abundant mindset, which I know is highly spoken about right now, but in general, it's expecting more. It's expecting more from life and from yourself. And when you can start expecting more, you'll start to get more, because now you're not expecting the bare minimum. Now you're expecting better, richer, more, healthier, whatever it is. Better relationships, whatever it is. If we can never take more than our share, honey, we might as well dream bigger. The fourth word or statement I have for you is the either or statement. And I've been struggling with this either or for a long time. And I became aware of it when I was telling a family member that I either wanted to move to Miami or I wanted to travel the world, live as a digital nomad. And my family member was like, why can't you do both and? And I was like, because I can't. In my head, it was either or. That was my truth. There was no way that I could have both. Luckily, my family member kept pushing, and he was like, whenever people use the either or phrase, we are limiting ourselves. We're telling ourselves that everything is a choice and you have to choose either or because we can't do the capacity of both, which is not true. When we use both and, our minds start to wonder, our mind starts to expand and think bigger. Okay, well, if it was both and, how could I make this dream come true? How could I make this work? How could I live in Miami and travel the world? How can I have both? See, this is a different thinking standpoint than thinking either or. You already have the results, either or. Okay, I'm gonna live in Miami or I'm gonna travel. That's two independent dreams. But when you can close that gap and being like both and, your mind will just expand to places it haven't been to before. The fifth thing I have written down throughout this year that has absolutely changed everything for me is a need versus a want energy. I need you to do this for me. I want you to do this for me. See the difference? The need energy is a poor energy. It's a desperate energy. Like, we want something to go fast and without much creative thinking, and it's often a very irrational place to be, versus the want energy, which is an energy out of surplus. It's an energy of you have the overview, you know exactly where you're going, what it is you want from other people, what you want from yourself. So this applies to every single sentence where you would say need. You just replace need with want. I've done this in my job, and it's been a little hard sometimes figuring out, can I form the sentence the right way? Yes, you can. We want to do this because I want your help with this. I want to eat before the drive. Whatever it is, instead of saying need, just say I want, because the want energy is way richer than the need energy. The sixth thing I have for you is a statement that says, my best is always good enough. And oof, that statement hit home when I heard it the first time, especially for you also who are a people pleaser, former people pleaser, or if you're someone who just cares way too much about what others think of you, like I did. This statement changed everything. Back then, I would beat myself over the head if I had made a mistake, if I had made a fluke. I would sit in that feeling of just not doing it good enough, not doing what I know I could do, and just bashing myself over the head over and over and over. And I could spend so much time doing this. I would sit in this feeling in a whole day or a couple of days, not knowing how to get out of it. And then I was at a seminar and this was being said, and I was like, I'm always doing my best, and my best is always good enough. All of these words and all of these statements are things that you can mold into your own life how you want it to, how it makes sense for you, but consciously starting to correct yourself when you're going in a loop, or you're saying need, or you're saying you're busy, and correcting yourself immediately will elevate your awareness in such a fast pace that by the end of next year, you're not going to be able to recognize yourself. It's going to change your life. It's going to change the way that you view life. It's going to change your relationships. It's going to change the way you do work. This is for everything. This is not just for one focus area of your life. And I want to say I didn't put a lot of context into this last one. It's because I've made a whole other video about feeling good enough and how you can actually improve that. Because honestly, your insecurity is ruining your life, honey. We don't want that. No, we want you to step into your full potential, okay? So I'm gonna link it right here somewhere on the screen, and you can go watch that. And I just wanna say thank you so much for watching till the end. You know that means a great deal to me. I will see you in one of the next videos. Bye.